The great Raekwon, the chef, please make some noise for the
Ow!
Yes, it is.
It's my brother right here, you heard? Great man, you know what I mean? Great character. You know what I mean? I consider this man Barack in the game, you know what I mean? That's what I call him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, it's just real. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like he a definition of a true fresh MC. You know what I mean? Somebody that, you know, what we can't forget is that, like he said, it's always about the work ethic. You know what I mean? And when you making strong music and you can stand around for 20 pieces, 20 darts, you a bad man. You feel me? That's my brother. Salute. I'm always here for that.
Salute.
You know what it is.
Salute.
See you on the next side of the earth.
No doubt, Lord.
All right, my man.
Salam. Nah, that's cool. I really wasn't even finished yet.
Well, I didn't want you to be. They want to keep going.
Hey, could I ask just one question, Busta? Sure. You've been performing live for a long time. What keeps you wanting to come out and like perform shows? What do you love the most about performing live?
To me, it's godly when you can command the love of the people. Make the people say shit that you want them to say. From an idea that was inspired by, you know, a blunt munchie or some shit. You sit in your crib, you smoke a little weed. With the munchies, you eat a bowl of cereal. You come up with an idea. You record the idea. And then 6 to 8 to 10 weeks to 12 weeks later, the entire planet has embraced this idea in a way that supersedes your every level of expectation. That's the greatest reward in the world. You can't really put a price tag on that shit because a lot of the times that wasn't the intention. At least in the beginning.
Where's
you know it? Later on, when you learn that you command an ability like this, you want that shit all the time. But initially, when this shit happens, it's shocking to you because it's like you really didn't do it to get to that level. You just did it to probably satisfy some of your immediate environment. Because you know when you go to the 10 blocks away from home, you want to make sure that the motherfuckers 10 blocks away know the little shit you came up with. But when you go to a whole other country on a different part of the planet and people that don't even speak your language know every word of your shit, and then when the song is over, they can't speak your language no more. It's just some other dynamic shit that you control as an ability and you have as a godly strength that just fucks the whole perspective up that you have on shit. It's like, wow, son, I smoked some weed and was just playing on weed in the studio. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it just shows how much the people identify with something that's honest. You know what I'm saying? You come up with an idea, you ain't overthinking the shit ain't contrived. You ain't trying to do something that ain't organic or it ain't genuine or it ain't natural. You know, the people fuck with it, man. When you start doing that unnatural shit and you trying to act out a movie script that ain't got shit to do with what makes you up to be the person who you really are, people look at that shit and they ain't that like, I don't know, I think sometimes, what's the Heineken? I think motherfuckers, they take for granted how intelligent the consumer is, so they feel like they could just come up with some more miraculous bullshit and act like, you know, in their very first video, at their very first 12-inch, that they got a Phantom and a whole bunch of fucking $1 million of jewelry on. Holding a fucking stack of money in their hand that's really prop money. Like, this is really what their life is about. But at the end of the day, after the ringtone success come and go, and the album come out and do a horrible first week sound scan, and nobody really cares about them because they ain't buying into them as an artist, you know, they sit back and they scratch their own head like they expected to receive more or some shit. That shit surprises me. Like, how the fuck did you expect to receive more when you and your own self know that ain't even you to begin with, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I think of. It throws me off a little bit. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like as long as the people can see that what I'm doing is honest and it's genuine, that's the drive right there in itself that keeps me going, because, you know, I know that the motherfucking people, they're identifying with something that they can see themselves in. You know what I'm saying? I want to always see myself in the individual. You know what I'm saying? When I went to church and I read the Holy Bible as a Christian, when I was being brought up as a Christian, I ain't never see a black man in the Bible. I never saw myself in the history of this faith. And I'm not saying that that's how I saw it in the Old Testament, but that's how I saw it in the New Testament. And when I see the Old and the New Testament conflicting, that shit is like, what the fuck's going on? In the Old Testament, there's a description of Jesus that describes him to be black. In the New Testament, that shit ain't this. It ain't the same. And King James is a piece of work. So I just apply that reality to everything else in life. I'm not speaking against the Christian faith because, like I said, I love the Old Testament of the Bible way more than I appreciate the New Testament. So I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, people want to see something that they can understand and identify with in what they put their faith into. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And if I'm asking the people to put their faith into me as an artist, they have to be able to see themselves in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So when I make my music, I primarily focus on making sure that the people can see and feel their life in some kind of shape, form, fashion, or in some capacity, and you know what I'm trying to reflect based on the space that I'm in at the time that I'm recording my music. Because every time I give you my music, I'm giving you a reflection of the space that I'm in currently. And I try to also make sure that I keep in mind that I gotta exemplify the space that people are in currently. That's why I make a song like Arab Money. That's why I make a song like Hustler's Anthem 09. And I give you the definition of the fact that I identify with the struggle of the people by quoting you a lyric from the song that represents the struggle of the people before I even do the song. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I make a conscious effort to help the people know that I understand that not only are you fucked up, but I'm fucked up and we're fucked up.
It's a combo platter, man.
We're all fucked up. We're all affected by the bullshit. But regardless how much we're fucked up by the bullshit, we should still be able to inspire each other to withstand the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me.
Cool. Thank you so much, Busta.
You're very welcome, people.